Hey guys, I'm going to be talking about the top depression myths, things that people believe are true about depression but actually aren't. And I'll link the web address from the Huffington Post down below so that you can check these myths out as well, because although I'll be reading from them, I won't be reading their answers, I'll just be talking about them. So here are 10 myths and misconceptions about depression. Depression and sadness are one and the same. That is so not true. Sadness is a general feeling that everybody has at some point. Depression can be sadness, but it can also be sort of feeling nothing, or a long, prolonged spell of nothing or sadness. And it's a lot more serious. Sadness, you get over it in sort of a normal, like you get over in time. Depression, however, that takes a lot more. So that's not true. That really annoys me actually. It's a sign of mental weakness. No, that's not true either. And we can't control whether we get a mental illness. Like, they don't discriminate. It'd be nice if they did, because then we could sort of try and stop or help try and protect people that were in that. Sorry, just dropped my camera. But because it doesn't, we don't have control over it. So because we don't have control over it, it's not a weakness. It's always brought on by traumatic life events. It can be, but it's not exclusive to that. Usually that would be the PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Sorry, I hope you can't hear that, but it's just one of my neighbours. Is yes, like if you have a mental illness, or just you could be susceptible to, getting one. Sorry, trip over my words there. But it doesn't have, you don't have to have a traumatic experience. It doesn't mean that if you don't have one, that you're not gonna get depression. Because 1 in 4 of us, or 1 in 5 of us, I can't remember which. But a lot of people do get it, and a lot of people don't have traumatic life experiences. That can bring it on in a worse sense. It can make it a lot harder, but it doesn't mean that that's always what it stems from. This one's one of the worst. It isn't a real illness. Of course it's an illness. You don't just decide, I'm just going to be depressed from now on. It's like saying cancer's not an illness. Of course it's an illness. I don't have anything else to add to that. As I say, that's literally one of the worst, if not the worst thing I can think of. It's all in your head. It's to do with your head, because I don't actually think it's been fully proven yet, but it's theorised that it's to do with a chemical imbalance in your brain. So that I think the main ones are serotonin and dopamine or something. But they think it's a chemical imbalance in your brain, but it doesn't mean that it's always in your head. Like depression, yes, you might not be feeling great. Like you might, but it's more to do with sort of you don't want to do something, or like you, what's called anhedonia. I think I said that right. Sort of where you don't enjoy stuff that you used to enjoy. It it's to do with your brain, which is why like it could be. So I hope you don't hear that. It's really annoying. One of my neighbours just like hammering something or other. But it's it's not just in your head. Like it can be, and it can have something to do with that, but sort of in your head, it then causes you to feel or act differently to what you would normally do. Men don't get depressed. Of course they do. As I said earlier, it doesn't discriminate. Like, men, women can get it. Young children, old people can get it. Black people can get it. White people can get it. It doesn't discriminate. So saying men don't get depression, and sort of from there is like, if a man does get depression because of this myth that people think that they don't, and it's not just depression, but sort of like with all mental illnesses, really, is guys find it harder to come out and talk about it because they see it as a weakness, because we're expected to be strong, and like we feel like we're weak because we're not meant to get it. We're meant to be immune from them, but that's not the case. I mean, yes, that sort of like stopped me from getting help for a while, but I'm currently undergoing CBT, which is cognitive behavioural therapy. There's loads of videos on YouTube about it, and you can find a lot of other stuff on the web as well, so check it out if you want to. If your parents have it, you will too. It doesn't mean that you're going to have it, but it can sort of, it will give you a higher chance of having it if your parents have it, but it doesn't guarantee that you're going to have it. Like, no, just no. I mean, like another example there is both my parents aren't religious, but I am. I'm sure that took a few years to figure out, and I've only just realised in the last couple of years. But no, if your parents have it, it doesn't mean that you will. It just gives you a higher chance that you could develop it at some point. Antidepressants, all you need to feel better. No. I mean, antidepressants, like their last result usually, sort of like they'll try, if you got like family or friends or whatever that realise, is they'll try and get you to, like I'm seeing a school counsellor, like they'll try and get you in, I'm sure that was my choice, but is they'll like try and get you into like therapy, and if that doesn't work, then you go to antidepressants. But antidepressants, and they don't always make you feel better anyway. I mean, like that's why you've got to look around to see what helps, what works, what doesn't work. Is it doesn't guarantee that you'll feel better. Like, just no. I mean, sure, I know it's got something in the name, antidepressant, meaning anti-depress. Like, you not depressed. But is it doesn't guarantee it. Like some of these, no, just some of them are terrible, some of them are just horrible, and some of them are, nah, it's slightly off. You'll need medication for the rest of your life. you don't need it for the rest of your life, but yeah, is you might need it for part of your life, and it could take a while, but is you can get off of them if you go on to medication. Like if you get to that stage that you need medication, is it doesn't mean that that's it, that you're on it for the rest of your life. It's like saying, nah, no, you're not on it for the rest of life. Yes, you might always have the urges or sort of like have the phases to it, but as you don't always need it for the rest of your life. Yes, you might have it for the rest of your life, but that's unlikely. Like if you're getting help, you can get over it. Talking about it only makes it worse. I'm sorry? What? It doesn't make it worse at all. I mean, sure, it's hard to do, especially if it's like to your parents and stuff, which, to be honest, I haven't told mine because I don't feel comfortable yet. But, and in fact, I don't actually know if I do have it, I just think I do. But is talking about it, if you can actually talk to people about it, will make it so much better, because then you're not struggling with it yourself. Like, you've got someone to talk to. Like, if you're like feeling bad or whatever, you're just like not feeling yourself, you can then go and talk to them about it. They will at least be trying to be understanding, and if they can't, they'll then help you get to someone that can. And talking about it can end the problem, which means that you're no longer taking full responsibility for it, and it can help clear your head. Like, where did that one even come from? Who even thought that was true? Come on, dude. So, yeah, I mean, right, it's 12.5 minutes long, so if you actually stay through these, thank you so much. I don't think people will, though. Yeah, like, comment down below what videos you want like me to do otherwise, and sorry if you've been hearing like a building and whatever next door, but yeah, peace, have a nice day, bye.